Shalom, this is Levi Shore. Welcome back to Sweet Good Torah. We're doing number 11 of the Rambam's 13 principles. And today's the principle deals with reward and punishment. So basically, if people do evil, they're punished. If they do good, they're rewarded. All right, let's jump right in. So, Ani mami b'emunah shlema shehabore yisbarach shemo. I know perfectly that the Creator, blessed is His name, gomel tov l'shomrei mitzvot sav, that He bestows good, He gives good to those who guard His mitzvahs, those who guard His commandments. Uma'anish le'ovrei mitzvot sav, and He punishes those that transgress His mitzvahs. So we go to the song the Yigdal to get more information, and it says gomel le'ish chesed kemifalo, that He gives, He bestows kindness onto a man according to his actions, according to the actions of a person. No sein l'rasha ra karisha so, and He gives to the rasha, to the wicked person, He gives them evil according to that person's wickedness. So the 11th principle, and we're using today Rabbi Aryeh Kaplan's book on the Ani Ma'amin. He says the 11th principle is that Hashem rewards those who obey the mitzvos of the Torah and punishes those who violate its prohibitions. There's certain issurs in the Torah. Hashem says, do not kill, do not steal, and many things. So those who transgress, there is a punishment for that. So the greatest possible reward. So what is the reward for this? So learning the Torah and doing all the mitzvahs, what is the reward after a lifetime of this? The reward is Olam Haba, the world to come, where it will be a world of, describe, first there'll be the Yemos HaMashiach, the age of Mashiach, and the world will transition into a world of peace where there won't be nations fighting each other, and people will have the time and the luxury and the wealth to learn and to acquire wisdom and live a life that is very different from the world we're in now. We're in this world now where we're feeling the punishment of Adam and Chava. So like a man has to work, he has to toil to create, his parnasa, to create his income. And it's going to be a different world where people won't have to struggle for the physical necessities of life, and they'll have more time for the spiritual pursuits. So let's see. So then the world to come is the total completion of this world into where the spiritual worlds will come back into the physical world, and it'll be the highest manifestation of this world. All right, it's a little tricky. So the Torah teaches the principle. When Moshe said to Hashem, and this is in the book of Shmos in Exodus 32:32, he said, "If you will then forgive their sin, but if not, then extinguish me." So Hashem answers him in the next pasuk in 32:33, and He says, "The one who has sinned against me, him I will erase from my book." So this shows that Hashem knows both the person that follows Him, and He knows the sinner, the chote, the person that's rebelling against Him. So He rewards one and He punishes the other. Okay, so this is one of the most important principles that really affect our day-to-day life. And if you really direct your actions, that if you're learning the Torah and you're trying to follow the mitzvos, it's really going to guide your life. We call it the derech. It's going to guide your life into becoming a person that's more considerate of other people. It's going to really get you out of yourself, being kind to other people. And that's really the goal of the Torah. The goal of the Torah, Rabbi Akiva said, Klal Gadol b'Torah, the big general rule of the whole Torah is v'achafta l're'echa kamocha. Sorry, I butchered the word. But basically to love your friend as yourself. So first, right, you have to love yourself, you have to have respect, and you have to think good of yourself, and then you can start loving other people like you love yourself. And the whole goal is that we will start to emulate Hashem, who is the ultimate giver. You can't really give anything to Hashem. He's this infinite being that's created everything for us, and He's giving us everything, and that's what He wants from mankind. He wants people who are giving and considerate of other people and kind to other people, and that's the main purpose of the Torah. And then as someone begins to transgress these mitzvahs, chas v'shalom, either through not knowing, or the other end where a person does know and then just still does it, which is the worst. But it starts to create in a person like bad midos, like cruelty, and he doesn't care about other people, Whereas following these mitzvos creates a world of this harmony where people are considerate of other people, and that is how we're going to lead into this Yemotza Mashiach. The Mashiach ben Yosef and Mashiach ben David are going to start to teach the world how to better follow the Torah and how to elevate ourselves spiritually and make us into more refined, more compassionate, more caring people that will emulate Hashem. So just focusing on I want to do good, I want to be a good person. Yeah, right, that's going to lead you to a reward. And chas v'shalom, someone that's drifting away to the other side, it's going to ultimately lead to punishment. Now, it's pretty confusing because these things are not going to happen immediately. Every time someone does a mitzvah, like gold doesn't rain down from the sky, and every time someone does an avera, he doesn't get struck by lightning. So there's a real balance, and then there's a balance between these rewards and punishments. They can come in this world, and then most of it can really come in the spiritual world. Because a person really, on average, has about 70 to 80 years of life in this world. And at the maximum right now, it's set at 120. But we're heading to this Olam Haba, this world to come, where life will be infinite. Because we really are this infinite neshama, this infinite soul, this spiritual being who we really are inside this physical body. And we're really creating a world of infinity that will be much more like Hashem, this infinite being. And we'll eventually get beyond this life and death. But right now, we very much live in this physical world, and there's very much things that we're supposed to do, and there's things that we're not supposed to do. And the things that we're not supposed to do really leads to bad midos and not really caring about other people and being very selfish, and then just getting very caught up in the physical desires of wealth and for everything else. But the following the mitzvos leads us to a more spiritual life and a more concern and compassion for other people. And unfortunately, it's hard to see. We don't see it right now. I mean, we see, or at least I see, I don't know what everyone else sees, but I see some very wicked people in the news all the time, and they're not really being punished. It seems like there's a corrupt system where, they're not being punished, and that can lead other people, to mistakenly believe that there is no reward and punishment in this world. But if you would really look at the span of a whole person's life, and you really will see there will be punishment for people that aren't doing bad. That are doing bad, and there really will be a good life for people that are doing good. But sometimes we can't see it all, and some of these things happen outside the physical world and the spiritual world. So, it's a pretty broad, complicated topic, but it's a very important topic, and understanding this principle motivates a person to do good and to turn away from, Sormei Ra, to turn away from Ra and doing bad, and Osei Tov and doing good. All right, hope you enjoyed it. Hope to see you back again on Sweet and Good Torah. Thank you.